Hi, I'm Matt Hill, Deputy Editor of T3, and we're here with our PlayStation 4 before release, and we're going to try out Knack for you. We've jumped the main bit of the tutorial, and we're just going to show you some action involved with Mark Cerny's game. So, you just got out of the laboratory. If you don't know, Knack is a kind of experiment that can take on the form of particles of matter and use it to fight other people. So here we go. This is a trial. You jump. It's a classic platformer, as you'd expect from the guy who made Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. You don't really get games like this anymore, on the whole. You can actually dodge, which I'm not doing very well. Oh. Finisher move seems to go in slow motion. Now you collect these yellow things. Let's call them crystals. I think they're sunlight crystals or something. And you get power-ups, and you get those 3 circles at the top. Once one of them's full, you can use special moves.
Using the power of the sunstones, Knack can also blast distant targets with a barrage of relics.
Apparently so. Let me just power up with these. Right. Ah, that kind of worked.
This blast attack is even capable of striking multiple targets at once.
It does look fantastic. And the cutscenes look like a Pixar cartoon. Oh, a little secret-y bit. We're not signed into PSN because this is a debug machine. And online isn't up yet. Anyway, you collect these parts. They're actually called gadgets, which is very us. There you go, gadgets. That's the first one. Obviously we've got the trophy there for that. That was the first trophy you get in Knack. They look slightly different. They kind of pop up top left as usual. We can't show you the UI at this time because it's not finished. That's a little hint. Now I need to do special moves on this. There you go. That's with the sunstones, you can do stuff like that. And later on in the game you can take kind of fire and ice, and that kind of influences what you look like. You build up, there are some levels where you're like the size of buildings, and there are other ones where you have to make it very small. But again, it's the particles. Look at PlayStation 4 particles. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but he is made up of all separate bits. It's an impressive looking game. It's a real old school game. It's the kind of game you would have thought would be packaged in with the console, I have to say, because it's a kind of family game. Oh, I can dodge like that. More lovely foliage, look at that, shimmering. Some more sunstones. It's basically beat people up and collect stuff, but there is a story that runs through it, which is funny and beautifully rendered. The thing you really notice with PlayStation 4 games is they run really smooth. Oh, hello, here we go. You know, you never see like the real quality next gen when a console comes out. You don't see the real kind of fruit for about a year, but they run very smooth. That's the one thing you really notice.
Next.
That was good, wasn't it?
sorry.
Because lots of things look like crystals. It can sometimes be a little bit confusing which things are meant to hit, but it seems to be safe to go with a yellow. These bits are a bit more brawly than a platform. Oof. Rabbit punch. Okay, so this is into the first.
Be on guard, Knack.
The adventure
Woods are full of
begins.
dangerous creatures.
So this is the first. Oh, hello. Ah! Right, okay. Like that, is it? Just to be sure. This is the first real mission. Probably a very oversized attack for such a little enemies, but you know. Okay, that one just disappeared. Ah, I see.
Look, there's an old structure with some relics in it.
Handy. Relics are this source of power that powers everything in the game and power you. Shiny things. Don't know if I'm supposed to attack the bird, but I did anyway. Yep, you are supposed to attack the birds.
Those tracks mean that there are goblins around. Watch your step.
Yeah, the goblins look hilariously like Shrek, to the point that lawyers might be called. I'll show you one in a minute. Oh, that's not the kind of goblin I'm thinking of. There are bigger ones that look like Shrek, not little blue ones that look like Smurfs. Going up here? Am I going around here? Ah! Classic go the opposite direction trick to get a bit of a power up. You're quite reliant on those sun spell things then. Oh. Yellow things really get you out of tight spots. Again, this runs really smooth. A lot of people have said that the next gen doesn't really look that much better. I think anyone who's played Assassin's Creed on current gen and next gen will notice a massive difference. But with individual games, it's hard to tell because there's no comparison. Quicksand, but they are really gorgeous looking games. I think the problem Knack might have is whether families, kids relate to the character. He's not the warmest of characters, he's quite spiky by nature. Although he comes in so many different forms, I can imagine the merchandise line, if it does catch on, of different plushy Knacks. Big Knack and super-sized Knack, and it all depends on how popular it is. I rather like it, but it's a bit of a nostalgia fest in terms of play. But I guess there's a whole generation of people that haven't really played these kind of games, so
Doctor, I found another entrance to the mine.
Pleasantly surprised of the wider variety of enemies. All of the demos at E3, Gamescom and the various places have been the Shrek-like kind of troll ogre things. And there's actually a lot which aren't those ones. And there's actually a lot more variety to enemies, which is good to know. So I did wonder if you were just fighting Shreks all the way through it was going to get very mundane, but the variety already is reasonably appealing. There you go, it's a Shrek. As I say, some of the later levels, it's just all these guys. Hello. Again, I'd like to try and get that if I can. Hit them, their armour falls off first, which is quite a nice
For some
touch.
reason, relics are always found in buildings like this. But it isn't even a building. There's no door. No one human ever lived there.
This guy just pops up and talks like you're running ahead of him, fighting people. He never helps you out. He just hops along every so often and goes, hello. By the way, I'm still here. Get me some relics. Well, I have got a special move, so let's see if we can beat us. And there's more, right, okay. I'm just running through that and they fall down, which is quite nice. See, I'm getting pretty big now. Yeah, we get bigger than buildings later on, but so far this is about as big as we've got. Basically lay them out with one punch when you're this big. Although the game chooses when to make you big and when to not, you can't really build up all the time. It's clever in the way it makes the resources you need to get big scarce when it doesn't want you to be big, really. And in later levels you can switch between being big and small because you have to kind of like sneak through small doors and stuff.
Control room. There's no relics left in that generator, though.
Just a sec, Doc. I'll get the lights on for you. Let's go.
So you've shared your relics to open that door. Oh, we got an archer. Oof. Love that Oh, hello. Camera angle's a bit shifty, but it's not too bad.
Ah, now this is more like it.